Guys, welcome back to the channel. After a long time I'm doing video. This video especially for freshers and 2 to 3 years SAP FICO experience persons. Our first question, tell me briefly about yourself and your SAP FICO experience. I have 3 years of experience. For example, based upon your experience you can mention here SAP FICO implementation support across the manufacturing and service clients. You can mention your clients related to which sector, like manufacturing or retail industry. Based upon your client, you can mention here. My core area expertise include general ledger configuration, accounts receivable, payable, and asset accounting, and automatic payment programs. You can mention your core areas, which part of area you are worked more. You can mention those things. I have also worked on systems integration between FICO, FICO, MM, and SD integrations. You can mention, and managed enhancement projects during S4HANA migrations. If your project is migrated project from ECC to S4HANA, you can mention based upon your work details. You can mention here and you can elaborate more. Otherwise, if you are fresher, you can mention your studies and where you have learned and which part you are more stronger. You can mention those details. Second question, like what is SAP FICO and what are the main components? SAP FICO represents financial accounting and controlling, two integrated modules within the SAP ERP. Okay, as you know, all these are the two are integrated in SAP ERP. FI is managed external financial reporting such as balance sheet and profit and loss statements. So FI always using a reporting purpose. Okay, while CO focus on internal cost tracking and management reporting. CO always do the costing purpose for internal trackings only. Okay, next question, what are the organization elements in SAP FI? The key organization elements include company code, business area, chart of accounts, and credit control area. Each serves different reporting or configuration purpose. For example, the company code is the smallest unit for each for which external financial statement can be prepared. So from the company code level, we can prepare the external finance statements. Okay. What is the difference between company and company code? A company represents the corporate group in SAP used for consolidation reporting purpose. Always this is the group. Company is the always group. Under company we have company codes, whereas company code is a legal entity within that group responsible for individual financial statements. You can have multiple company codes under one company. Under one company we can have multiple company codes. Okay. How do you perform configuration for new company code? If you want to set up a new company code, what are the main key elements? So configuration steps you can include creating a company code in transaction work 02. From this transaction we'll create the company code. Then after, the main important things are like assigning chart of accounts and fiscal year, variant, and posting period. Variant, which period of transaction will post a posting period, and fiscal year, variant, and defining currencies and field status variants. These all are major important steps. And linking with a controlling area and other modules like MMSD, we can integrate with this. Then test postings a validate configurations. So if you create all steps, then you can test your company code is working fine or not, anything is missing. Okay, what is the difference between account group and field status group? Account group controls the field properties during the master data. So while you are creating master data, like for example GL master data, customer master data or vendor master data, these account groups are key properties like mandatory or optional fields. If you want to put the which field needs to be mandatory in the master data level, that needs to be come from the account groups. All optional, you can mention the both from the account groups. Our field status group is managed field control during the transaction posting in GL accounts. This is for the field status group is for the always the while posting the transaction what fields to be show. This is for field status group, whereas account groups is for a master data level. Okay, these are the two difference. How does SAP FICO integrate with the other modules? SAP FICO is tightly integrated with MM, SD and CO. MM with it posts the GRIR accounts and vendor liabilities on goods receipt or invoice receipt. So, and MyGo, these are the transactions normal. With SD, it records a revenue, customer receivables and taxes after billing. These are the records here. And CO, it handles internal cost allocation and profitability tracking. Okay. What is the document splitting and why it is used? Document splitting in the new GL enables detailed financial reporting by splitting the line items across the dimensions such as profit center or segment. So normally the document segment like that, split like this, like by profit center or segments like that. The document split is enabled. This is a new GL functionality. Okay, this is ensures each segment of business has complete financial statements. How do you handle tax configuration in SAP FICO? Tax configuration is managed through a country-specific tax procedures. So this is always the tax is always related to country specific only, not the company code specific. For each country, they have separate tax conditions. Based upon localization, we will create the tax codes. For example, like tax IN for tax India. It is an example. It includes the defining tax codes, condition types, and assigning them to a respective transaction keys. Automatic tax calculation occurs during the invoice posting. If you maintain these all things, then while posting the invoice, automatically tax calculation will happen. Describe a real-time scenario you solved in a support project. In one project, vendor payment files were not being generated correctly during the F110. After executing F110, the vendor files is not generating. Upon the investigation, I found that payment method was not correctly configured at both vendor master and company code level. This is master data level. This is in a BJV configuration. After the aligning the configuration, updating the proposal parameters, payment file generation is resumed without errors. You can give this example. Otherwise, if you go through our channel, so there are many real-time questions I have given. You can give that example also if the interview asks this type of question. What is the posting period variant and how it is controlled? A posting period variant controls open and closed accounting periods for a company codes. This is for company codes and it prevents the unauthorized backdating. It can also control by the account type within the variant. So if you want, for example, this is the 10th month, you can call it as a 10th period. If you want to post like previous periods, that is not acceptable because the books of accounts is closed. So at the month end. So this is control the backdating, right? Posting period is like which period of transactions you posting. Thank you guys.